Hello guys, so Laravel has a great feature called email verification, so you can enable your user model to have implementing must verify email, and then after registration, after this form, the user will get the email and would need to click a link to verify their account. But what if you want to do the same thing for mobile phone verification? Laravel doesn't provide that out of the box, so I will demonstrate how to do that in this video. And I will try to stick to the same structure for must verify email, kind of recreate that for must verify phone or something like that. And also you will see the demonstration of how to send SMS messages in Laravel with provider called Vonage, which was formerly called Nexmo. And in the description below you will find the link to the repository with the code for this demo project. First, I will demonstrate to you how it works, and then we'll dive into the code. So whenever someone registers, and I will put my phone number, and I'm using Vonage testing account with some free credit. So I've put my own phone number, I register, and look what happens. I land on this page, this temporary page, which asks me for the code that has been sent in the background to my phone number via SMS. And until I verify the code from that SMS, I can go to whatever URL. For example, I can load the URL and go to dashboard, and I will be redirected to verify my phone number, and I cannot access any page until I actually verify. How that SMS looks like you can see on the screen now. And now if I put the actual code, I click verify, and then I'm a verified user and I can access the dashboard and whatever other features you protect by middleware of phone verification. Now, how does it work in the code? To understand the concept, we need to take a look at the code of email verification, how it is done in Laravel. And it's all powered by this contract, Illuminate contract auth must verify email. And according to the documentation, you need to implement that interface in your user model. So I will try to use the same thing for mobile, recreating kind of the same structure. So implementing interface for must verify mobile, and also provide a trait. App trait must verify mobile with the implementation of that interface. If you're not that familiar with such concept as interface and traits, pretty recently I've shot a separate video about that exact pattern, about interface and traits, and I will link that in the description below. Now, what's inside that must verify email? If we take a look at Laravel implementation, it has a few methods of has verified email, mark email as verified, send a notification, and get email for verification. And then, if we dive deeper into vendor code of Laravel, there's a trait of must verify email which implements those methods. So has verified email is basically based on email verified at field in the user table. And then it is filled whenever the user is verified. And the notification is sent via verify email notification class, powered by Laravel notifications, with implementation of toMail, generating verification URL. For SMS, it will be a bit different because we won't click the URL, instead we will send the code as you have seen. So in my implementation, I've saved that in the database, and we will compare the code in the SMS message with the code from the database. But structurally, it will be the same structure of interface, then implementation with a trait, and then notification class to send the SMS message. So we get back to our user model, and now let's take a look at the mobile implementation. Interface must verify mobile. I renamed it as I must verify mobile. I stands for interface, and it has only three methods that I actually need. Has verified mobile, so is it verified or not? Mark mobile as verified, and send the notification itself. In the database, we have three new fields for that exact purpose. So mobile number at the registration, and then the code, which is generated randomly and sent, and then verified at, which is null or has timestamp of when it was verified. And then into the user model, I add not only implements the interface, but also use a trait of must verify mobile, which implements all of that. Similarly, again to the Laravel structure. So mobile verified at is null or not. Mark mobile as verified fills the timestamp, and then sends the notification is using the notification called send verify SMS. Let's take a look at that one. Laravel notification for sending the email implemented a method called toEmail. In this case, I'm sending the SMS to Vonage provider which is the only provider officially supported by Laravel as a first-party provider. Not sure why, to be honest. It used to be called Nexmo, and they appeared in Laravel as a first-party provider a long time ago. So why it's not Twilio or someone else, I'm not sure. But I've tried it, it works, really easy to implement. So you create the notification, provide the Vonage as a channel, and then implement to Vonage, which is as simple as this. And you can read about that in a bit more detail in SMS notifications section of Laravel documentation. So you require the notification channel, which is first party. What I mean by that is Laravel/something. So it's not external package, it's provided by Laravel team themselves. Then you need to configure Vonage and get their API key. Here's how my dashboard looks like. It's actually even called dashboard Nexmo.com, although they were renamed as Vonage. So basically you need API key, API secret, and then create a phone number to send from, and then you need to put all of those into .env file. In my case, it's these 3 parameters. And by the way, another tip, don't forget to put those values into .env.example for other developers, for other teammates, potentially in the future to know what values need to be filled. So you put all of these in .env, and then you can implement that to Vonage to send the SMS. But if you prefer some other channel for sending the SMS, there's unofficial laravelnotificationchannels.com, and when you browse the channels, one of the channel type is SMS, and here you can find other providers like Twilio, Authy, Vodafone, or others. Anyway, back to our code. So we've sent the SMS, and then what? Let's go to registration controller, which is based on Laravel Breeze. So registered users controller. After storing the user, I redirect to home, which is the dashboard. This is how default Laravel works, so I didn't change anything there. But in the routes web, the dashboard is protected by a middleware called verify.mobile. So on top of auth, in addition to auth, there's verify mobile, which is registered in app HTTP kernel. If we scroll down to the very bottom, verify mobile is ensure mobile is verified middleware, and that middleware checks if the user implements the interface of must verify mobile and the mobile is not verified, then it aborts either with JSON 403 status code or redirects to the route verification mobile notice. And that route, I've added that to the same as Laravel Breeze has routes auth PHP. Let's scroll down a bit. In the middleware group of auth, in addition to verify email and all of those, there's verify mobile, which has a form to verify the mobile, and then posting of the code points to the verify mobile controller invoke class. It's an invocable controller, basically controller with just one method. It implements the same throttle mechanism to avoid brute forcing, and inside of that controller, we check if the requested code is the same as the user mobile verify code, then we mark mobile as verified, remember from the trait, and redirect to the dashboard. If you want to try it out and implement it in your projects, the repository is free on GitHub and the link will be in the description below. And also I found a package which does roughly the same thing with potentially a few more features. It's called Laravel Mobile Verification, so you can try it out yourself instead of my implementation, but implementation is very similar, except for the SMS client, which is a bit more complicated than I did, I think. I prefer using the official Laravel notifications channel because it's following the same logic as any other notifications which you may change in the future, not only SMS. Maybe you can choose notification via Telegram or whatever. If you want more videos like this one, of course, subscribe to the channel to get daily videos, and see you guys in those other daily videos.